It is imperative that you meet in person. We do not, nor have we ever advocated excessive correspondence. Guys, you do not want to sit here and be writing for months or years at a time. It's about trying to go over and meet. Well, you'd be surprised how many women you'll be able to meet. It's all about putting yourself into position for success. You have been corresponding with a lady for 3 to 4 months and you decide to take one of the tours. Will you meet the lady you have been writing with, or are you just thrown into a social and hope for the best? Well, we never throw you anywhere you don't want to go, but you're going to want to go into that social and you're going to want to meet as many different women as possible. Let's say you have some substantial correspondence with a woman that you've been writing to for the last 2 or 3 months, okay? Well, then obviously you want to let her know before you come that you're coming, and you're going to ask her, well, do you want to meet at social? Would you like to meet individually? How would you like to do it? And normally she's going to say, well, you know, I'd like to meet you individually. A lot of times that's what you're going to get because you've been corresponding back and forth and she wants to meet you individually. And that's fine. Look, she knows that you're going to be dating, and she's probably still dating. You haven't met yet, so you're not in a monogamous situation. But we will do everything we can to help the two of you meet. So if there is, you know, some history there and you've been corresponding, then you're going to let us know that too. Say, okay, you know, here's my list of women. And by the way, I have been writing with this woman, so please make sure that, you know, I meet her. And then we do our best to make sure that you meet as well. Again, we can't guarantee that you're going to meet her, but my guess is if you've been writing to her, then there's really no reason why you shouldn't be able to meet her. And, you know, that's usually what happens is you will meet, and then you'll marry someone that you were never writing to. You just happen to meet at the social the next day, and that's probably who you'll end up marrying, because that's usually what happens. That's why I don't think you have to write a lot. A lot of guys think they do. They got to have something going, so to speak, before they go over. Did you write to AJ at all?
No. See, what I was going to tell you that he correspond with other girl and he go to see her and it didn't work out. But they've been corresponding for a long time, so they like each other in the letters, but was no connection, you know, when they met face to face. So, but he said he print my picture here in America and brought it with him there. So.
He did. He was thinking about you.
I don't know.
He just didn't write to you first,
Yeah.
but you were on his radar screen. He wanted to meet you.
So and
he did.
Yeah.
And then that worked.
Yeah.
So see, Dina's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You know, her husband was writing other women, thought he had to have something going before he went over. He met the other women that he was writing to, and that's fine. It just didn't work out. There wasn't a chemistry, but then he met someone else through us while he was there, and boom, sure enough, fireworks went off. They got engaged, and the rest is history. And that's the way I see it work quite often. Now, that's not to say that if you're writing to someone that it never works. I know many couples that were writing to each other, they meet, and it is a good connection. Chemistry is there, and they end up moving forward, and they can move forward that much faster because they do have that history of the letters. So I'm not saying it can't work, okay? But what I'm saying is just don't go crazy with it, okay? If you really want to write some, okay, write some. But don't go crazy and just write, you know, tons and tons of women to where you could have taken 2 or 3 tours by the time you're done doing all that. Because it does get expensive after a while, because there's a lot that goes into it to make sure it works for you. It is imperative that you meet in person. We do not, nor have we ever advocated excessive correspondence. Guys, you do not want to sit here and be writing for months or years at a time. That's not what this site's about. It's about trying to go over and meet. Yes, you can use the letter writing if you read the good advice, how to do it. There's a lot of good advice on the site that talks about how to use it wisely and responsibly. But, you know, if you just want a pen pal, I guess, if you just want to write and you're never going to go anywhere, then fine. You know, then you can just sit there and you can write, and that's fine. And a lot of you, I think, are just going to do that. You're not going to want to go over and actually meet someone. If that's where you get the value from it, then that's great. But for those of you that want to go over, that want to meet someone that could possibly change your life and have changed, like mine, so many other lives out there, then you don't want to be writing forever, and you want to actually go and meet these women. And yes, you can use this as a tool to do that, but you don't need to write a lot to go on a tour. I know intuitively, you think that you have to write, you have to have a connection. I have to have a connection before I go. No, you don't. So, you know, guys, it's all about putting yourself into position for success. And that's not just writing letters forever. That's not going to get you anywhere. You have to actually go and meet the women if that's what you want. If you just want to write and that's all that you're interested in, fine. Then you can do that till your heart's content. But again, if you want to go over and possibly make something happen with one of these women, you have to be physically together to discover if there really is any chemistry.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
ShenzhenWomen.com.